There we go. Okay, we're good. Keep going.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
So you already have the Yoruba structure in you. All I want to do in the very few minutes or so that I have is I want to activate what you already have in you. My brother was talking about pronunciation and how it's difficult. Forget that. You won't find anything difficult. It is just that the beginning of tears is the most difficult. As soon as you begin to cry, that is it. When it comes to a language in which you are already wired for, the only thing is that you have not had the opportunity to press on the activation button to get it out. And that's what I intend to do, to see how I can get you to activate it. Okay, so I have dealt with the fact that you already have it, but you just have not used it. There are many examples in Ebonics I can give that you would find out that all you're doing is you're substituting English words for it. And should you begin to acquire Yoruba vocabulary, you can replace it. That's one. Two, there are some things that you have been pronouncing. Please keep them. I am not here to displace or replace what you already have, because language is not a constitutional matter. It is not that because Yoruba, well, he said authentic. We are all authentic. Because I call it one way does not mean that the way you call it is wrong. As long as everybody in your community understands what you're saying, because you have all agreed to it that way. What I want to give you today are alternatives. A car, a vehicle, a motor car will not move unless it has the positive and the negative of a battery. The bird will not fly if it has just one wing. So what I want to do is I want to provide you with an alternative wing, and do not think that you are under any pressure to switch from one to the other. It is just good to know both. I hope I'm getting myself clear. So don't be only under pressure. This is not a competition. It is just that some people in America say pop, some say soda. Those who say pop will not force you to say soda. You just know. It is just good to know. In England, we say flat. In America, you say apartment because you all live apart. Okay? But it does not mean that you would flatten your apartments because of the British. Just learn it. Just know it. Let it be at the background of your mind. So it does not necessarily have to be that what I'm going to do today, it's not going to make you speak Yoruba fluently. It's just an introduction to introduction of Yoruba. I will not even be able to introduce the language to you. I will just introduce the introduction of Yoruba language to you. And let me start this way. One of the things that we do in teaching is to start with what people already know and then take them to what they should know. There are supposed to be 10 of us here. If you know any Yoruba person that you have encountered in your life, I want you to, don't matter how you spell it, send me that name privately. If you go to chat, you can send me that name. I'm going to start from my own name, but I want to collect the names. Have you met any Yoruba person? Who is this Yoruba person? Tell me their names. Okay, very good. Very good. I love that one. I was expecting it. It was fantastic man who played music in those days. Yes, I am collecting. Yes, good. Any other names? Yes, yes, yes. I have 4 now. I need more. Omi, yes, very good. Yeah. Very good. Dayo. Oh, Adebisi, Adeleke. Very good. Any other person? Any other person? Okay. Let me assume that all I can do today will be Bolu Fatumishe, fantastic. If all I can do today is help you learn how to pronounce the names that you have just shared with me. And how am I? Oh, Richard Adekola, very good. Okay, let me see. I have the alphabets here. Okay. I'm going to see, open it, yes. And then I want it saved on my desktop. Save, okay. I'm trying to save on my desktop. Alphabets, save. Okay, save as, okay, good. Okay, I'm going to save it on my desktop so that you all can see. So we're going to start with the alphabets. And then all the names that you have sent to me, we will see them the way they're properly spelled and the way they're pronounced, and then what they mean. Okay, so let me go here. All right. Okay, I have everybody sending me their names. Very good. Share screen. I want to see whether, yes. Okay, this is it here. Okay, let's take that one. Share. Can everybody see the alphabets? If you can see it, just shake your head. Good. All right. Can everybody see it? Can you see it? Shake your head. Good, good, good. All right, good. All right. All right. So let's see. These are the alphabets, the Yoruba alphabets. Let me go to the one that starts my name. If I were in my office, I would have been using the keyboard that can spell this. Okay, now this key, this one here, you can see the, okay, can you see that? All right, that is the first letter of my name, and it sounds as key. Key. So you're like saying the English word for a key. This is key. The next one in my name is this one. This one here, or. So my name is actually spelled Ki, or, and then we're going to Li. The next one is this, and it sounds as Li, Li. So my name is Ki, or, Li, A. It is not K-O-L-E. K-O-L-E is coal, but Ki, or, Li, E happens to be Kole. Okay. You would have to pardon me because, you see, many years of teaching, has suddenly made me believe that because I said it does not mean you heard it. Because I said it does not mean you will remember it. Because I said it does not mean you can reproduce it. So I'm not putting anybody on the spot. Just unmute very quickly and say to me what you thought I said. My name is Kole. Can you, one after the other, quickly, let's run and say it. Kole, let me hear it.
Kole.
Kole. Kole.
Somebody said Kole. Okay? Kole, no? Go ahead. Huh?
Kole.
Okay.
Kole.
Exactly. Kole. The name is Ko. If you don't do this, you're not going to pronounce my name right. Ko, le, ko. Everybody, can we all go together? Unmute, everybody unmute for now. Let's unmute. Let's go. This is exercise. This is exercise. Okay. So after me, watch my mouth and say, ko, le.
Ko.
Somebody is saying ko. It's not a ko because don't fix your eyes on the spelling in my name. Forget that one and pay attention to my ears. Ko, le.
Ko. Le.
Ko, le. Me.
Ko. Le.
Me. I want you to go. Go after me. Let's go. Me. Ko, le.
Kole.
Okay, there are a few kole there. The reason, if you do not pronounce my name as kole, kole is a compound verb that means build a house. Kole, without the subdot, means to steal from a house.
Wow.
It is an insult. If I've offended you and you want to insult me, you can call me Kole. But if I have not insulted you and have been kind, you will call me the name my dad called me, which is Kole. Yes. You were going to say something?
No.
Brother, you want to unmute yourself? Okay, yes.
Okay. No, I'm laughing because
It's okay.
Stealing a house.
Build a house is Kole. Build. Kole. Me, Kole. It means to build a house. On the other hand, if you do the white people pronunciation, the white people pronunciation of my name is Kole, and it means to steal from a house.
I'm good.
Oh.
The black people pronunciation of my name is Ho. If you are doing the American thing where you don't want to open your mouth wide so that people don't see your teeth, you will not be able to speak Yoruba properly because we are, number one, we're very loud. We bite all our consonants. You don't need two Yoruba people in a party, the whole place will be booming. In America, people will go like this, I just understand what you say. Everything's okay. All right. If a Yoruba person is there, this is how it goes. I am sure everything is going to be okay. My sister, don't worry. We don't have, it comes from our language, and that is why when we invoke the gods, they hear us very quickly. So don't be ashamed. Speak it. Say it loud. Everybody, Kole. Exactly. Kole. It means build a house. It's a verb. What you would soon find out is that most verbs and actions in Yoruba start with a consonant. Okay. So now that I have sort of made you aware that the letters in Yoruba are not the same, let me go so that all of us together will be able to pronounce. You cannot, don't be on mute. We would all say it together. The very first letter, I will say it. I want to hear you say it. Okay. Can that person, something is playing in the background? Okay, thank you. So the alphabets are before you. Don't worry about what is on the right. Let's focus on the left.
Okay.
I will say it, you will say after me. A, B,
B,
D,
D,
D, the same D for David that you know. Don't change anything. It's D, David, D, D.
D.
Now, this one in English is E. In Yoruba, it's A.
A.
Very good. Yes, A. And then the next one, now this is the egg. The E as in egg. E, can I hear it? Very good. Okay. This one here is Fi. Fi. Yes. Now, we are getting to, in English, you would think this is G. In Yoruba, it's actually Gi. 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 Exactly. Gi. The next one, it is not Gibi, it's just B. B. All right. I'm going to, no, you have Gail. No, this Gail and the G are the same. Gale. That is G. The next one is actually B. Now, I'm going to stop for just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. If you check on the internet, it is because of this letter that you will never find a white person teach Yoruba language. White people teach different African languages. They can teach Swahili, they can teach Hausa, they can teach Igbo. When they come to Yoruba, they would bow, they would fall because they cannot pronounce this. Our ancestors built this particular word, and get yourself to be able to come in tune with them and be able to pronounce it too. When you do, you have one up every white person, every Caucasian. No Caucasian that I know can pronounce B. But you can. B. It is not one letter, though it is written as two letters, G and B, but they're pronounced together as B. Okay, good. All right, good. B. And the name Bola, if you've ever had anything to do with IFAS, there's a professor there called Professor Adebola. Yes, Bola. B. It's not Adebola, it's Adebola. Yes, Bola. Yes. Adebola. Okay. Very good. That is B. Now, let us go to the next one. This is, in English, you would say H, but in Yoruba, it is he. Can I hear it? He. Now, you got to go, he. Exactly. He. Hoteli. Ehoro. Remember, you got to get the energy out of you. Yes. Ehoro. All right, next thing. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You can hear Ho, ho.
Oh.
Yes. Don't worry. If you are one of the high achievers and perfectionists, the Yoruba is a place where people get frustrated. You can't learn it in one day. You can't learn it in one day. You would have to take time. And over time, you can't learn it in a week, but you will know it because you're already wired to know it. So that is key. And now we're going to what led to problems between Jamaicans and the Yorubas. The spelling of Irie. They say Irie, brother.
Irie.
Irie. In Yoruba, it is Ire. This is not an I, it's E. Can I hear you?
E.
E. Can I hear E?
E.
E. Really? There's nothing difficult. Yeah, exactly. E. All right.
E.
So that is E. Okay. And Ire, Igi. Yes. Ire, not Ire, is Ire. Don't worry. Yeah. Keep trying. E. And then this one is G, not J, is G. G. Yes. G. It is in English, the G in Gael is our own G here. That G here, this is G. Yes, G. And then the next one is Ki. Ki. Don't say K, but just say Ki. Exactly. This one here, those of you who have Chinese friends, you know Mr. Lee. L-E-E, Lee. This is Lee. Lee. Exactly. Now, this is me. Me. Exactly. Me. Yes. And this is the one that spells mother. Mama. Can I hear it? Aha. Mama. Me. Mama. So the spelling of mama is me. Me. Mama. Exactly. Me, mama. Okay. This one here. Exactly. This is ni. Now, you need to, if you want to pronounce this, ni. Exactly. You have to make your nose uncomfortable.
Me.
Exactly. It's like the knee of a leg. Knee. Okay. The next one is O for open. O. Okay. Good. O. Exactly. Okay. We're almost done. The next one here is O. The word awesome. Orange. Okay. Let me tell you a secret. In English, they give you a letter. When they're going to use it to pronounce something, they pronounce it differently. When you were learning the alphabets, they told you A. A for what?
Apple.
Aha. So you see, you went from A to A. In Yoruba, we start with A, and then below we have A, because all of the words in English, you have America, though it is A.
Yes. America.
A, apple. The same thing with O, that letter O. You have O for open, is the O. You have O for orange. Are you with me?
O for October.
October, exactly. So Yorubas, we split it into two so that on top is O, below is O, October. Awesome. O. So let's go from O to O.
O.
My name has this one. Kole. Exactly. Mimi. Kole. Kole. All right. Let's keep going. We are almost done. This one here, we have a simple test we use. It is not a P sound, it's P. So that red, the color red is pupa. 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 It is different from pupa, the larva, you know, the egg, larva, and butterfly. It's not pupa. Yoruba is pupa. Yes, P. Right. So the next letter is Ri. Okay, I need to do that so everybody will get to see me. Like the French, we're going to roll. Ri. Exactly. Ri. Ri. Yes, that is Ri. Exactly. Ri.
I hear some gurgling in the background.
Okay. Ri. Okay. We're going to the next one. The beauty of English is that they give you a letter, but they do not use it to pronounce anything. S. Can anybody pronounce any word with S?
Sandal.
Eh?
No.
S is S, not Standard is C. Do you have any word that starts with S? Sex it spells S-E-X, but sex. That is not C. C. The C. Maybe the closest one you have is C. C for C. In Yoruba, this is just C. C. And in English, is that C that you have. In Yoruba, we don't have that C. So this word, this letter is C. So that a female, a young female will be called Sisi. Sisi, not Sisi, but this is Sisi. Sisi. Or Simi. The way we have as the sounds in our alphabet, we replicate it in the words. All right. So I have heard a lot of you, the spelling of issue that we saw in isolated yet connected. It was spelled E-S-H-U. That S-H in Yoruba is a she sound. She. Eshu. E, she, u, eshu. Eshu. Yes. A starts it, though when you write it, it's an E, but the sound of that E in Yoruba is A. The next letter is she, eshu. Now, let me go back to what I said at the beginning. You are perfectly right to spell it as E-S-H-U because the community understands it that way. But there is really no harm in knowing that there is an alternative spelling, which is A, she, U, eshu. It's a she sound. Yes. If you've ever know anybody who is Shegun, somebody who is victorious, this is the spelling of a name. She, Shegun.
Yes.
Yes, Shegun.
I knew Orisha. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move on. This one, there's no problem with it. It's just T that they're used to. T. T. Yes. So, towing. There are names that I'm sure some of you must have heard. Towing.
Toyin.
Towing.
Yes.
Towing.
Towing.
It's spelled in English as toy in, but the pronunciation is towing.
Toyin.
Exactly. Okay. Now, there is no Yoruba word that starts with u.
U.
Yes. U. No Yoruba word would ever start with u, but we have it as part of a word. Okay. And the final one is in English, W. There is no word in English that starts with W. You know anyone W? They also say work. We. This is we in Yoruba.
We.
Okay. All right. So I have gone through. Don't beat yourself if you can't remember. Don't get upset with yourself. No, this is adult education. It's not, if I were teaching children, for the rest of the day, nobody in your house will rest. They will keep on just mumbling it. But you are adults, and we have to attend to you as adults. Adults don't get things just like that. So there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Okay? So I would say some of this, it would even look as if you've never heard it before. Fine. That is the nature of the way the brain works. But let's go. We'll do it like 2-3 times, and then we'll be fine. But please participate. Say it. Even if you think you're saying the wrong thing, don't blame yourself. Over time, it will come. So are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Yes, we're ready. You ready?
Yes, we're ready.
You're sure? Okay. All right. Let's roll it. So, let's see what is.
Could we see your screen share while you're doing that?
Oh, you're not seeing my screen share?
No.
I see it.
Okay.
I see it.
I see it too.
Okay. I just need to go over one more screen. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's start. Yes, but please, I know that some of you are at home, you don't want the children to hear you. Where's mommy screaming like that? When they ask you, say you were learning Yoruba, that's about the answer. Yoruba is not American. We don't learn it like English. We have to open our mouths. Maybe you will start appreciating when Yoruba start to talk, right? So this first one is I can't see the mouth opening. B B D A C G. Now this is what the white people cannot call B. Okay. E G Li Me Ni O P Ri Si She T U We. Okay. All right. Okay. There is somebody here who heard it and would like to practice it. You don't need me to help you with that anymore. I have introduced you to it. If you have Google, type in Google, uppercase in Google, Yoruba as in normal, Yoruba, and then in uppercase, UGA, Yoruba UGA. It will lead you to a website, and I would send the link maybe by the time we finish. You go to pronunciations. The alphabets are written there. You can listen to it 2 times in a day. Maybe once in the morning and once at night. But try and reinforce it just so that you hear it. Now, this is the trick of learning any language. When you've heard me say it, something inside of you will tell you, oh, you already know it. It's not true. It's not true. You have to practice it. So let me go to the names you sent me. And then from the names, I am going to see how we can pronounce the names we have. All right. So let me go to chat and start one. I learned Yoruba from you. Okay. All right. Oh, Lord. Okay. No problem. My country's behind. Okay. Oh, all right. There's a lot of. All right. Let's go. Okay. The first I have is Kunle. Now, Kunle. Everybody.
Kunle.
Kunle.
Kunle. Now, don't do the le. It's le. Kunle. L-A-Y. Can anybody pronounce L-A-Y for me?
Le.
Le.
Exactly. So it's Kunle.
Kule.
Kunle.
Yes.
Kule.
Kunle. Kunle means to fill a house. Fill a house. Now, it has a prefix. Adekunle, the crown fills the house. Olakunle, wealth or respect, fills, F-I-L-L-S, fills the house. Kunle,
Kule. Kule.
Kunle. Now let me spell it for you, and then you will try and spell it later. It is ki, everybody, ki,
Ki.
u,
U.
ni,
Ni.
Li.
li,
Li.
Li.
e,
E.
kunle.
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 Now, the other name is Ade.
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 So,
Ade.
Ade.
Mr. Gail, can you spell Ade for me in Yoruba?
You say Gail?
Yes.
Yes.
Ade. Ade.
Spell it.
Ade. E.
Okay. You're still afraid? That D is the D in English. Is A-D-A.
Ade. E.
Exactly. Ade. A-D-A.
E.
All right? The D in Yoruba is the same D in English. Okay. So let's go to our brother. He has there Femi. Femi means want me. Want me or like me. And it is spelled Fi, E, Mi, I, Femi.
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 Yes. Femi
Femi.
has 3 different meanings. It could mean marry me. It could mean want me. It could mean like me.
Femi.
It also has a prefix. Adefemi. The crown wants me.
Ah.
There is also Olufemi. Olufemi. The Lord wants me. Femi
Femi.
is a complex verb. It has a verb in it and it has the object. Fe, The E there has a subdot. It's not Femi, it's Femi. All right.
Femi.
Okay, let's go to Sister Latoya. The word you have here is booming.
Booming.
It's not booming. It's not like something is booming. No, it's not booming. It's not boomerang. It's not booming. It's booming.
Booming.
Booming. Everybody.
Booming.
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 Exactly. Now, there is a secret I have hidden from you all. And I'm going to open it up now. I told you, how am I doing for time? Okay. It's 7:33. All right.
Yes. Good.
When I spelled Kunle, I did not tell you that there's something called nasal vowel. The U and the Ni just is a sound. Kun, kun. And then it is the same thing in boom. Booming.
Booming.
Yeah. The B there is the B you've always known all your life. Booming.
Booming.
Booming. Okay. Now the next one. So the spelling of booming is B, U, Ni, Mi, E, booming. All right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Alexandra G. Can you spell what you've sent to me? Can you spell it? Alexandra, where are you?
I'm here.
Yes, you sent 3 letters. Can you spell it in Yoruba?
Which one did I send? I got kicked out of the chat.
Ade.
So
Oh, okay. You spelled Ade.
I put Ade. Yes, I put
Yes.
Ade.
Can you spell it in Yoruba?
De. E.
Okay. The same error that has been happening when I was trying to explain to Sister Gail, the Ade is actually A-D-A. Look. Everybody, D-D-A. Ade. It is what we hear around here is Ade. It's not Ade, it's Ade.
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 Okay. Now, Sister Latoya, you said Umba. Umba. Umba is an Igbo word and it means no. It's not Yoruba. So let me skip that.
Okay.
Okay. Alexandra sent Omi.
Okay.
Omi. Omi means water. Omi means water, but it is also tied to one of the deities, Oshun. Omi. Omi is water, ordinarily. Omi. And it is spelled, can anybody spell it? Try it for me. Omi.
Mi.
Yes. Omi. Omi. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, brother, Tubado, can you spell what you sent to me?
Let's see. I think I sent Femi.
Dayo. You spelled Dayo as well.
Oh, Dio. I spelled Dio as well. Yes. De.
D.
Everybody, okay.
D.
Wait. Everybody this night has said they. Everybody. So it's not you alone. Eh? You didn't say it?
D.
It's a D sound. It's D.
Okay. D.
Yes, D. Yes. So what's the next letter?
I thought it was A.
It's A. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Me.
And I can't remember what Y is.
Okay, good. Don't worry. I
Okay.
told you that. We're dealing with adults. It does not mean anything at all that you can't remember it. It's just the name of a game. This word, this name is spelled D-A-Y-O. There is a subdot underneath that O. It's O, and it is Da-yo. Can I hear it?
Dayo.
Exactly.
Dayo.
Dayo means to become joy. Ayo is joy.
Ayo.
Yes, is joy. Dayo means become joy.
Dayo.
Yes. Dayo.
Dayo.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, oh. If you don't do that, you don't get it. Oh, dayo. Okay?
Dayo.
Okay.
Exactly. Dayo. Okay. Somebody sent Tinumbu. Tinumbu. T. Yes. T-E. Ni. It's supposed to be U there. U. B-U. Tinumbu.
Tinubu.
It's one of those names in which the meaning has been lost over time. Ibu is a creek. So it could mean that this person is of the creek. Tinu Ibu. Ibu is a creek.
Ibu.
Tinumbu. There is a mistake there. It's supposed to have, I will spell it T. This is the correct spelling, Tinumbu.
Yes.
Tinubu.
Yes. It's not Tinumbu. It's Tinumbu. Tinumbu. Tinu. Tinu. Can I hear it? Tinu.
Tinumbu.
Exactly. That's it. Okay, let's go to the next one very quickly. Sandra Jackson, are you there?
I'm here.
Can you spell Adebisi?
Oh.
That's what you said.
You do it.
I-D-A. I don't know. I don't know what B. B?
You're correct. Very correct.
B-E.
Uh-huh.
S.
C.
C. I was saying C.
E. Yes. So Adebisi. Ade is crown. B is to give birth to. Adebisi. The crown gave birth to this. Adebisi. Adeleke. Bolu. Fatumise. Bolu is a short form of Bioluwa. Bolu. Okay. And then Adekola. Kola and Kole are two different names. Kola means to gather wealth or gather respect. Kole means to build house. Kole, on the other hand, means to steal from a house. Okay. All right. The girl sent Osayi. Those are not Yoruba names.
Okay.
Onyeyiri, no. Edeji, no.
Wow.
Sound like big cards. My head is okay. All right. Okay. Efun Yale. Efun is a representation of the white chalk used for one of the deities. And it is the ni you have there is the nasal vowel, and the beginning of it has a subdot underneath it. Efun Yale. That is, it comes into the house. Efun Yale. That is Yoruba. Okay. Efun. Ifa is the deity for divination. Okay. And then Fagunwa is also a name. Ifa Gunwa. The E at the beginning of it is always omitted. All right. What have I done? I am pretending as if I'm teaching you the alphabets and how they sound. But instead of doing it in abstract, we have together built on names we have. And what I've said is it will take you some time to get to be able to master it. Give yourself time, but be consistent. So if you go to Google, type in Yoruba, you will hear my voice there too. If you type in Yoruba UGA, the very first thing that will come up will be a website called Akoye. Akoye is a website for learning Yoruba. You have videos, you have text, you have exercises, but what you want to do is go to pronunciations and then listen to the alphabets. You can listen to it singly or you can listen to it together. Now, let me say this. If you do not download once you get there, look at the right-hand side, technical details. It will tell you how to download the font. The font is called Aria. This font, Aria, when you download it, when you've done what it asks you, you have to restart your computer. And then when you go back to the website, everything will show the way it is written. Okay, so let me go, and then in conclusion for today, okay. In conclusion for today, this is what, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
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 It's titled Knowing Yoruba People. And I want to, just as the intro we had, Yoruba people, who they are, we already know who they are, their geography and identity. They are found in the southwestern part of Nigeria and in adjacent countries, Benin Republic, Togo. Yoruba people are spread in those places. And in the diaspora, when you go to Bahia in Brazil, you will eat something called acarajé. It is the bean cake that has 7 lives or 7 spirits. They have put in different kinds of things. They fry it with palm oil. They fry it with vegetable oil. It is Yoruba. You would see people fry things by the side of a road. You don't need to go to Southwest Yoruba. If you can find your way to Bahia, you would almost see it there. Okay. So in terms of the spirituality and the belief systems, at the top of it all is the Supreme Being, which we call Olodumare.
Olodumare.
Yorubas do not have a name for God, but they have attributes. The owner of the heavens, Olorun.
Olorum.
Yes.
Lord.
So these are all attributes of God. Now we have the deities. The deities in Yoruba are called Orisha.
Orisha.
Yes.
Orisha.
Some say that is Ori, but for me, Orisha
Orisha.
is a sentence that you have to split into 3. Orisha. That is, they found it to pick. Eledumare threw knowledge into the face of the earth. And the different deities packed the one that they liked. There is the one for fertility, Oshun.
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 There is the one for war and metal, Ogun. Yes. And then there is Shango, which in the Caribbeans they call Chango.
Shango.
And then the
Shango.
Latinos would also say Chango. If you go to Miami, you hear Chango. Yemaya is Yemoja. Yemoja.
Imoja.
So these are the deities. And I am going to tell you a story of how Yorubas believe you came into the world. The divination system is not peculiar to Yoruba people alone. It's even found in Saudi Arabia. It's found all over. It's called geomancy, where you try to read patterns from the sand. And in the divination system, we have Odu, Ifa, the verses of Ifa. You have Okpon, Ifa. You have Okpele. And all of that, I'm sure, as time goes on, you will deal with. But what links the deities with the divination? Ọ̀rúnmìlà, Baba Ifá, ẹlẹ́pìn, ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín. So, what Yorubas say to us, the Yoruba culture, is that every one of you, before you came into the world, you chose your head. Now, people have called it destiny. Some have called it DNA. On the day when you knelt down to choose your head, in the presence of Olodumare and Obatala, you chose a head. But let me explain something to you about Obatala. Obatala, Omomoti Morieda, Obatala is the one who was given the assignment to mold heads in clay. So he molded these heads one day, and he had alcohol, a little too much. I mean, we're all adults here. We have all had our moments of drink. When you drink, you get tipsy. I'm not talking of the drink in which you can still drive home. I'm talking of the one in which you drink and you are wasted. And then the world simply just stops. It is that kind of drink. And you never, those who have experienced it will tell you things that happened 2 hours before you passed out, you will not even remember. People will make fun of you. They will push your head in this. You won't remember anything. And that was what happened to Obatala. He had put heads. You know, when you make clay, you put it in a furnace, clean, for it to dry. So he had put heads, so many of them, some in front, some in the middle, some. Now, when he drank, by the time he woke up, he was not sure how long he had put the heads, and decided to bring them out. So there were some that were very well done. In Yoruba, we call them Ako Ori. You cannot leave this world without meeting one of them. These are the ones in which there will be 12 people in a car. 10 of them would have scratches, and that one guy will just walk out unscathed. Nothing at all, no scratch. They are the ones we call Akori. You will meet them in your life. They're there. They enter into danger. Everybody else is falling. They just walk past. Because they chose a head. It is not this one that you're looking at that is the head. It is the one that controls this one. Orinu. So, there are those who Obatala had put in there. They were really, really dumb. They come out really dark. When you throw the darts of life at them, it never touches them. And they can't explain it. Okay. The next set, they just met the time. Just about. So there are people who will select that. And then the last batch, it hadn't taken long before he put them there. But they look as if they were done. Some of us chose that head. Now the question is, oh, why did I choose that? Well, I don't have an answer to that yet about why you chose what you chose. But in tandem with that, once you chose the head you chose, if you chose the one that was not well done, when the spirit body is coming down to earth, some of them will be beaten by a cosmic rain, we call it. By the time they arrive on earth, you know, can you imagine, put in your mind, just close your eyes for a minute and put clay that has been formed, and then you are in the rain. Some of it will start to disintegrate. And those are the ones in English they say are born with congenital diseases. They came with the disease right from there. It is because the head they chose was not well done. But Obatala says that when you approach Obatala and say, look at what you've caused, he will tell you that that person that you have in your family that chose a head that was not well formed and got deformed on coming to earth, that person has become the center of energy in your family. You cannot plan without planning that person. You cannot speed. If you are the kind of person that runs around, when that person comes, you slow down. You become more reflective. You begin to ask all those existential questions. And then one student asked me one day, is it not possible to ask those questions without this burden? I said, I don't know. Sometimes it takes a sickness to get some of you here to link up with your inner self when you calm down. They've been trying, the gods and the ancestors have been trying to talk to you. Slow down, listen. You wouldn't listen. So one of the bodiless spirits will be sent to you. And then by force, you will calm down. And then most people who have been ill, according to Yoruba cosmology, it is a time for deep reflection. They begin to, and when they come out of it, they come out bodily renewed and spiritually renewed. Okay, so the heads have been chosen. You know whichever one. There are 3 batches, different kinds, and there is a continuum. Once you have your head, you look around. You look around the world, and you will choose a woman in which you want to come to the world through. So if you have never been told before, if you've been looking at your mother and wanting to bite her, hey there, I have good news for you. She didn't choose you, you chose her. You chose your mother. Because the story of your life and what you have in your head, your DNA and where you're going, there is no other mother that can take you to where you're going. No other. I just want that to sink in a little. Because in English, you tend to think that, how could your mother is already on earth. How can she know what is up there? Okay, I think somebody is signaling that time, right? Oh, okay. Okay. So you chose your mother and live with what you have chosen. Because if you live in harmony with her, you will get to where you're going. When you turn off the mic today, I want you to take a look at your umbilical cord. That point. That umbilical cord is what joins you to your mother. The memory of it is cut. If you're ill and you have essential oils, do every other thing you've been doing. Add this one more thing. Put an essential oil on your umbilical cord. What is it? Yeah. The belly button. Put it on it. It will wake up the remembrance of when you were not here. I say this one more time. In concert with everything you have always done, just add this little one to it. Okay? All right? So just add that to it. It will hasten your healing process. Okay. So you have chosen your mother and you have come. In the Yoruba tradition, there is something called Ita. They will put your left leg on the divination board to find out what you came into the world to do. When I was born, 59 years ago, running off to 60 now, my left leg was put on the divination board and they read off my life. And my father wrote it in a big book. And one of my father's children went away with the book. So in case you have the urge to ask me what was written there, it has been taken away. I don't know. But during that process, they read out and also said that this food, this certain food, I should not eat. Of all the things that they said, that is the one I eat. I love it so much and I eat it. But I bear the repercussion up till today. I live with the repercussion. So the day they put your left leg on the divination board and tell you all of that, that is where Ifa comes in. And Ifa is a multiple of 16. 16, 32, 64. These are like verses. Are you with me? So the divination system, that is what we can say a lot about it. And that somebody was a witness to when you were making your choice. Let me round up very quickly. So what can we learn from the music Yoruba people listen to? The difference between the music we listen to and the music the West plays is that ours has a call and response. There is no sole authorship. Moves. Somebody is inspired and then starts singing like James Brown or not even James Brown, Dolly Parton, and can hold the parent to that song. Yoruba, we always collectively own it, and that's why it is always a group sing. The musical instruments are all based on where they're coming from. Gender distribution of tasks and occupations, these are all interesting things that we can talk about. What else? Trading, all right. The history of Yoruba people, I have 8 minutes that you can listen to. So what else can I told you this is an introduction to the introduction. Trading, how they produce wealth. The formula for wealth production in Yoruba is called collaboration. We are not in competition. We collaborate. Where they live and how they live, names and what the names imply, I have told you a little bit about that. What they wear and what they eat and why, how they marry, and the long wedding process, child rearing and education. All of these are things that will tell you about the complexity of Yoruba people. Political and family structure. What do we mean when we say Yoruba are most urbanized ethnic groups? There's a 20 minutes there that you can see, and then about the gods and so on and so forth. Well, when we say it is time to go, It is time for me to take my leave. The truth of the matter is that I cannot go without hearing your own voice. If I go and do not hear your voice, half of me would have been given out, but I need to rebalance by you either asking a question, making a comment, but it is essential that you say something, anything, so that I would, you know, when you give out and you don't receive, you become like the Black Sea. Okay, so let's run through the class very quickly. You can ask questions, you can make comments so that we wrap it up. If there's anything I've said that is not clear, you can disagree with me, okay? So let's go quickly so that we can finish this. Just make it as brief as possible. Unmute your mics, everybody, and let's have a ball.
Olodumare and Edumare. So we have been learning that Olodumare is a feminine energy and that Edumare came in later on. What is the difference?
You see, like I said, what you have heard somewhere, you can always hold on to. You can also hold an alternative to it. Olodumare and Eledumare, for the Yorubas, are the same. Sometimes it is doing poetry or doing chants. The Olodumare would not go, and Eledua will simply go. Eledua. The short form of it is Eledua, Olodumare. But yes, I have heard it. There are the different energy levels. All of the Orishas have their colors, and they're represented by different colors and their energies. Okay, who next?
The essential oils for the navel.
Yes.
Is there a specific one that you should use?
I don't think there's any. It's just, you see, it's a remembrance. You're just stimulating it. You know, all those. You remember that something was cut from there, and you're just you're. The act itself is the it that you're returning to it. You know, and like I said, add it to every other thing that you have been told to do. Just add that one more thing. You know? Okay. Yes, next person. Everybody got to speak, no matter what it is. Say something, whatever.
I found it interesting, the part about us choosing our mothers. I am one that had a lot of mother issues. And when I've been coming into this way of life, I found that regardless of what my mother has ever done to me, it's always respect your mom, respect your mom, respect your mom. So it's so interesting to hear that I chose her because I did a past life regression a year ago with my godmom, and I found out that somehow my mom and I switched places. We're these French mulatto ladies. It was crazy, but you know, it's just interesting to hear that she's been my partner in crime for past lives, and I then chose her again, you know, basically.
By the time you get into harmony and into consonance with her, new things, you know. All right, no, not that you know. You came in with a hard disk filled with everything you were going to do in life. Because of the density and the difference between the two places, your hard disk crashed. What you're doing right now on earth is trying to piece together those things. And there are times when you just sit and something just comes to you. They call it inspiration. They call it intuition. You know something and you don't even know how you know it. Anyway, we can say more about that. Let's go on. Who's next?
Could you?
We got to go through the class. Yes.
Yes. It wasn't mentioned in the lecture, but could you speak on Egbe in terms of your spiritual family or heavenly family concept? I mean, there are other interpretations of what Egbe is. Could you just kind of give us a little clarity on that briefly?
Okay. The word Egbe, there are many levels. Egbe simply means association. For the uninitiated, it means just association. Now, Egbe, what you're bringing in could also mean there are these children who are between the two realms, the cosmic realm and the earthly realm. They have one leg in, and they have the ability and the capability to communicate with their contemporaries, which we call Egbe, in that place. And we call them Abiku. They come into the world, they shake us, they do things, and they leave their mothers crying. So Egbe can also be, there are people, and they have different sorts. There's Abiku, there's Emere, and so on and so forth. They're in different categories that are able to still connect and communicate with the spirit level. Okay, all right, let's go to the next person.
I give thanks for all this information. It has been very helpful. I've been understanding the you choose your mother as I was going through 2 miscarriages and trying to understand from the Yoruba aspect of what was really going on with me and with the egg base choosing me as my mother. And so now I'm currently pregnant. After doing all this spiritual work and understanding this, because it was really hard for me to get around the point that I chose my mother, especially as abusive as my mother was to me. That was really hard concept, and the kind of mother I am to my 4 children, that didn't click for me. And I understood that I chose to come in to be the bridge. My father is Yoruba and my mother's white, and I had to understand that. So that just really gave clarity and affirmation for me in understanding my journey in this and how it speaks true. I love how you said, you know, like, I'm just awakening the system within you. Like, that really clicked for me. That's how I've been finding my way. I feel like I've been finding my way in the dark, trying to find the light switch through this whole thing. And I've just been going to whatever speaks true to my soul, because I've studied, you know, the epitome of the white system, and it was a glass ceiling. I'm like, this is not for my soul at all. And so this has been my journey on it. So it's been affirmation. So I give thanks.
That's good. That's good. Who is left? We don't want to leave anybody behind. Yes, go ahead. Zoe, who wants to speak before I turn it over? We need to go. Yes?
All right, I have a quick question because I missed the beginning of the show. But are the Yoruba the oldest or not, as far as African tribes, culture?
I wouldn't, in terms of age, I wouldn't name any, you know. What we all, the thing to work with is that we all came in our different areas and ethnic groupings. And I have never been able to say which one is older and which one is younger. For us, because we collaborate, even they will tell you that one of the weaknesses of the Yoruba people that they allowed the Caucasian to come was because Ifa had told them that some strangers were going to come, you know, and so see the damage it did.
Right.
There are places you would find that if you are an adherent of any of these, you can't even get angry. So it's more of collaborating, whether they came first or they came last. To us, it doesn't really matter. Or better still, I have not been conscious of the age of the Yoruba people. I have just been conscious about the wealth and the content of Yoruba is so enormous that even me talking to you, that I'm sounding like, hey, there is, if I expose to you my ignorance or the things I don't yet know, you'll be amazed. So that's the way I would look at it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anybody left? Are we missing anybody? Anybody?
Because my parents is out about that.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yeah?
Yeah, I just want to say Madupe. Did I pronounce that correctly? Madupe. Thank you.
Zoe, repeat it one more time.
Are you able to? Oh, I was just talking, saying my battery. So, like, I'm going to say Madupe. Did I say that right? Madupe?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think, brother, it's a little bit after 8. It's 30 minutes past 8. You can wrap it up.
Well,
Thank
let me.
you, Colette.
Colette, well, let's everybody open up their screens right now and give some love to Professor Colette. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you. It was awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Is there some way, would you mind, please? I'd like to, if there's any way that my students can have access other than the website you gave us. Thank you so much for giving us access to that. That's going to be very helpful in assisting our growth. Is there a email, or do you have a YouTube or something that people can, what classes do you teach out? Do you teach classes outside of the university? I think you had spoken on of if you had enough people, you would try to do something like that. Is that still open?
Well, let me also say this. The Yoruba language is in big danger at the University of Florida. When I started in 2006, I used to have 28 students. As at the last semester, the number had dropped to 3.
What?
So please, if you have any contacts, friends, African Americans, please tell them there's something beautiful about this, that they can come and take our classes. They don't take our classes. They are found in Spanish, they're found in Japanese and Chinese. I know what that means, because that turns to money. Ours turns to knowledge. You know, there's no money in ours. There's a lot of knowledge and self-identity and construction, you know. So we're always looking for students to enroll in our classes.
Okay.
You know? And in the days when it was face-to-face, the university has a policy that you can audit a class, you know, as a community member. You know, it's just write to the chair of the department, and they would allow you to audit it. But it wouldn't show on the list that these are the number of people we have. You know, and in these days where it is online, I'm not sure the university will bother to know. We're going to teach it in 4. It is just that we are constantly having to make a case every time, because the numbers, usually we expect more than 10. So if there's anything you will be doing for me today, is if you have any friend, you have any influence on any of these students, to let them know that there's something to be gained from learning Yoruba.
Yes.
But for me, the website, the Akoye website is there. If there's anything anybody wants to know, you can get through to the brother, and I will be willing to share my knowledge.
Great.
Well, again, thank you so much, Kole, for your presence and your knowledge, your vast knowledge in terms of culture and language. And again, anytime you want to, let's you and I talk about organizing some more things in the future. I think what you know, and of course, we must go to the Babalao to ensure the fact that we have the proper ebo. So that you will be able to stay here at the University of Florida and we will be able to ensure the fact that the jewel that you are and the precious knowledge you give will be retained. So if there are no more questions,
sure.
Again,
Okay.
we thank
right.
you.
Oh,
and
let me, somebody says the website did not show up. Let me just go and I will do the magic. And then
okay.
I will just send it to everybody. Yoruba. Okay. All right, it's there. It's called Yoruba Online. This is it here. Okay. Like I said, it wouldn't show unless you download. So this is chart. Let's see. Okay. Anyone? Okay. This is the link to it. If you look at the right-hand side, you see technical assistance. Go there.
Okay.
Download ARIA. It will show you how to do it, and then restart your computer and go back to the website. And you can go to the link where you have pronunciations. Okay, this is pronunciation. Okay. Okay. This is pronunciation. All right, let's see. All right. So if you click onto this one, it will take you to the pronunciation and you can listen to it. But you have to download. You would see technical help. All right, let's see even if we can. So I can, let me see. Okay, yeah. Can everybody see it? Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see the website?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you see this one here, look at technical help. If you click on it, it's going to tell you exactly what to do to download the font. And once you have downloaded it, you have to restart your computer and then go back here and you can hear the, yes. Okay?
Okay, okay,
Right.
Yes. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So let us thank you again, Colette, for your for this access to information. I have no doubt in my mind. I have nothing but achievers in my class. We will be going to the next level by I would say, when I put a time limit on it, exactly I was going to say by August we will be going to the next level for Yoruba, but I think that we will take it one, as they say, how does one eat the head of a rat? One bite at a time. So it's one bite at a time. Thank you again. Let us end this class with prayer, please. Oludumare, we thank you right now for the blessings of our guest, Kole. May he be blessed. May his road be firm and clear. May Eshu open the way for his opportunities of abundance and for lucrativeness in terms of his position at the university. May all who have heard him be increased in their knowledge and increased in their ability to move with confidence with Ire and move away from doubt and move into a pathway of light in the name of Olodumare, Orisha, and our Eguns and ancestors. We say Ashe. Ashe. All right, everybody. Next week, we have Airway. And so we are going to be, our guest is Delinda Kinney, and she is a herbalist. And we will be given an understanding of how to incorporate herbs and holistic approach into our lifestyles as our ancestors have done so effectively to survive and prosper in Africa as well as the New World. So thank you very much. I hope everyone has a good evening. Practice. We will take a little review. I'm definitely gonna be messing with you guys all week long. So so thank you so much, Colette. We are going to all right, everybody. Udabo.